So I'm going to tell you how I came up with this character, and how I got it rendered by AI for me for free. So this is a ChatGPT render, and they use GPT image 2 for their intelligence model. Now, I don't like Nano Banana. I like the art styles, the images that I get back from GPT image 2. I am in pro mode, and this makes a big difference which intelligence model you're talking to and what intelligence level it's set to. I have 5.5 in pro mode. I don't know if that's because I have a professional subscription and that's what I have access to, but it doesn't seem to be billing me anything for it, and it doesn't seem to be using any of my. I think I get unlimited back and forth conversational. If it's not code, I can just talk to GPT all I want, I think, because I have a Pro 100 account. I spent $100, and if you are a game developer, like I am, that's what I do, and I'm designing a video game, and I need a lot of images, and I need a lot of code. So the $100, I think, for the month gets me a lot of code writing and unlimited images. Now the images are going to be 1536 by 1024 in whichever landscape or portrait you want, but I think that's the limit, but that's the free images. I also have an API key where that I use to upscale when I need to. This is going to be free image renders that will give me character sheets like this. Characters in my game are human that can morph into a dragon, and we're doing all women. Dragon are actually genderless in my game, but they all present as women. Why? Because boys like to look at girls in bikinis. Whatever. Now, um, I do too. I like to look at girls in bikinis. So let's make some girls in bikinis. And if you've ever tried to make a girl in a bikini with an image render, you might have hit like, we can't do that, it's too sexual. And I ran into that a lot as well. So I can show how to address that too. So prompt engineering is important. And prompt engineering, I have a tool. There's all kinds of tools. Comfy UI is a great one. It's really bulky. I made my own. I built my own tool. And it's really just a method of tightening your prompts that you send to the image render and keeping everything cohesive and consistent, right? So I just made a cascading building block system where I could drop in prompts and it'll just spit out my total blah, blah, blah. That's a different video altogether. Today I'm going to show how I made this character, so let's get straight into that now. I am recording live, no takes, no edits. Forgive me for this. So GPT, what I do is I start, in order to get a full character sheet like this, and to get GPT to render a bunch more, super cool, super easy. I do already have some image references for it. So I'm going to upload some reference art, and what I will give it is 3 images of dragons and 3 images of female characters for my game. That's how I did it to start. I don't know if you guys are able to see this. No? Well, yeah. I gave it an image of a female character and an image of the dragon version. Those I had to spend a lot of time perfecting separately. Once I've got a single character that I really like and a matching dragon that I really like, that's where I bring it over to here to get the character sheets and to get it to render out a bunch that are cohesive. That's the part I'm showing you. So you got to have reference images first. Okay? And I'm not going to show you how to get that right now. You'll have to watch a different video. Aw, sad. That's so sad. So sad for you. I'm a little weird. Deal with it. So I give it the female and the dragon, another female, another dragon, another female, another dragon. Then I asked ChatGPT, hey, are you able to tell which character goes with which dragon? You know what? I also gave it a picture of the character, one in daily wear and one in swimsuit, a bikini, whatever, and the dragon. So I said, I asked GPT which image, which group of 3 images go together. And it analyzed it, and it said, yeah, these 3 are one character, these 3 are one character, and these 3 are one character. And I checked its answer and confirmed, yep, you did it right. You were able to match this human in this bikini turns into this dragon. It did it. Once I confirmed that it was able to do that, then I gave it this JSON file, which is just a list of hairstyles, outfits, and dragon scale types. Not colors, but like these are bulky scale plates, and these are diamondy shinies, and these are smooth and blah blah types, right? Hairstyles, no colors. Outfits, no colors. They're just types, descriptors. Basically, a list of text prompts. And then I told it, analyze those 9 images of daily wear, swimsuit, and dragon, and give me 3 images back. One character in her daily wear, one character in her swimsuit, and one character as her dragon. All the same character, obviously, but that's what I asked for it back. And it did that, and it gave me, which one? Something like this, or this is where it ended up landing. And what happened is actually it gave me more like that as individual pictures. It gave me one picture that was the swimsuit, one picture that was the outfit, one picture that was the dragon. Here's the swimsuit. Here's, let's see, I skipped past it. Oh, it's like a 3-in-1. There's the outfit, swimsuit, and dragon. Beautiful. It did it right. It did perfect. And then I asked it to do it again. Hey, try again with different colors. And I said, look, here's the and when I handed the JSON file, you go, are you able to read this? Yes, I could read that. And can you tell what's in it? Of course. It goes, yeah, there's a list of hairstyles, there's a list of outfits, there's a list of dragon scales. And I said, that's your list to choose from. You may choose one or more of each category, whatever choices you want. If you choose more than one, it layers them together. So you could say, I want pigtails and cornrows. Well, you're going to end up with cornrows and pigtails. It can combine. And I told it, like, I have this huge list of outfits. Here's a shopkeep's outfit. Here is a choir director's outfit, or whatever, you know? And it's able to combine those as well. Like, so you pick 2 if you want. Pick 1, pick 2. You have to pick at least 1. You can pick more than 1. And I said the same with dragon scales. And when you combine those, you're getting like this massive, I have a list of hairstyles and you can pick more than 1, exponentially increasing the randomization that you're able to get. So I told it, here's your image references. Here's your JSON file with options for randomization. Generate me a character. And this is what it came up with. Swimsuit and dragon. Well, then I asked it, hey, you did a great job, do it again. Because I'm using GPT Pro, it goes, actually, I could do this as a single image. And it started spitting out single images for me. It gave me that. And I looked at it and I went, oh my God, that's actually really perfect. When I download this file and look at it and zoom in, it's got the right detail level that I need. Of course, it's only zoom in the GUI, not the character. Of course. So I'm getting all the great detail. I'm getting the characters and the dragon. And I go, wow, this is really great. Also, what happened is I started bumping into that these images are sexual thing because I'm asking for bikinis. And for some reason, GPT likes to really slim down their bikinis. For some, I don't know what it's doing that it's flagging it as sexual and nudity, but it's not. These are video game characters in swimsuits, but it's rendering something that it goes, yeah, I couldn't serve this image to you. So I told it, if that happens, stop and render a different one. And it started doing that. So I'm not getting back, I'm not hitting those flags anymore. That's how you avoid it. You just tell your GPT. Now, when you're doing, say, Comfy UI and you're doing prompt engineering, you have to build that in yourself. And you're not, and otherwise, when you use tools like that and it fails to render, you got to pay attention to what the message you got back was. If it says that it was flagged for sexual content, all you can do is just hit the run button again and keep trying. In ChatGPT, because you have an AI agent who's doing the front end for you, the agent is your middleman. The agent is the one that's getting the sending the prompts and getting the image back. So the agent can go, oh, that's flagged. Let me try again for you. And I don't have to keep pushing buttons and keep sending requests and keep getting denied for sexual content for no fucking reason. I tell ChatGPT, you hit that block, try again. And this is what it did. It gives me and renders back. So that's how I got past that. Then when I saw this, I decided I like this format better than having 3 separate images, and I asked it to keep doing this. Give me then another thing, another way, by the way, here to get past the hurdle of sexual content warnings. Tell it you're making a video game character, even if you're not. It might not be a video game character, but say like in your text block, don't just say render this character in a bikini. Say draw this as a video game character in a swimsuit. And it will do a better job of this has to be appropriate. It'll think it through and go swimsuit. But again, it also helps to use a higher intelligence model because GPT, like, I don't know what I was using before, say 5.4 on instant mode, it doesn't think that stuff through. It doesn't plan it out and go, this has to be appropriate. And it will constantly bump into that sexual content issue. So we're not trying to create sexual content. We're trying to create a video game. So put that in your prompt. Create a video game character, blah, 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 blah. Wearing a swimsuit if you're trying to do that or whatever. Don't try to put it in a G-string. Don't try to put it in a string bikini. You're really pushing the limits and you're gonna constantly get no image returned. I couldn't serve this image. You're gonna constantly hit that. But that's why we render, if you want nudity, render local. We're not covering that. That's not what we do. This is professional video game development. I don't want that. I want adult anime characters that guys are going to want to look at. So I want them, I want them to look sexy like this. But you put sexy in your prompt and you're going to hit blocks. It's a video game. So it's a line. And I'm notoriously known for towing lines, pushing boundaries. That's what makes this incredibly difficult. And that's why I'm kind of sharing my process. So I told it character sheet, and that's how I ended up getting the 3-in-1 and getting characters actually wearing clothing and not getting, couldn't render this image for you. So now I'm getting actual images back, good character sheets. And when I start telling it, you know what, I really like this format, give me character sheet. And I started including character sheet in my prompt, and now I'm getting this. It's naming the character for me. It's putting like these color elements and like different things about it, its strengths and weaknesses. It actually labeled daily wear and and swimwear and dragon form. And we stuck with that for the rest of the renders as our format. Now what happened then, what I didn't like is these next two. So this was the first one where I actually said, give me the character sheet the way you designed it, and it started giving me the text. And you can say no text if you don't want it. I like it. It makes it look like a genuine character sheet for a graphic novel. Love it. And what I noticed here is the body shape of the character here is great. I love this. In the next render, she gets a little bit more slim. Still has a beautiful shape, but the shape of her changed a bit. And the next one follows suit. It's like it starts referring to its own work. And you can see that very strong here. There's like this constellation of stars that it layered over everything in this image, and the next image it carried it over. So it's referring to its own images. So you need to then go, hold on, you're starting to stray from your prompts. So then I gave it my original, just one original image of the human form, and said the human form is deviating just a little bit. You're straying, and it gave me this back, and it said, here we go. We realigned to your original while keeping what we've been doing, and it gave me this. Now look at the character, specifically this one, compared to this one. See how slender and like it lost the form of the original curvy, shapy girl that I had here, and really slendered it down as we went along to this. And I pulled it, and I gave it that image back, and it pulled it back on track. And now we've got our character shape back. And this looks fantastic. So then I told it, just keep doing what you're doing. And it goes, okay, I'll just keep doing that then. And then I told it, theme it to the moon, theme it to Snow Queen, theme it to Fairy Queen, theme it to the water. And it really kept that female shape that I had, and it just kept it going. Lava, lightning. What was this one? I forgot what the prompt was for this one, but she got really into it. This one's fantastic. It's beautiful. Sahara Mirage Bloom, and she's naming them for me, giving them all this stuff. So now that I have that, here is the entire conversation actually. Redraw this character wearing metallic dragon scaled bikini that matches her unique style. Well, that's what she gave me. See that? Okay. Then I said, make the aspect ratio 9:16, and it gave me guardrails around nudity. All I said was make the aspect ratio different, and I got this guardrails around nudity, sexuality, erotic content. And I tried twice. This is the only thing I did. Why? Why would it give me an image and then say nudity afterwards, just by changing the ratio? I don't know. So I gave it a new one. This is one that I had from before, fully clothed, female character, and I tried again. Draw this character in metallic black dragon scale bikini, blah, blah, blah. Got it. Did it. Perfect. Nailed it. Love it. Okay. Then we tried this one. Let's do the exact same thing. Exact same thing. I literally put this exact same prompt, changed the colors, and a different image, and it started giving me this guardrail around nudity again. And I've like, well, why the fuck this one and not this one? Same prompt, different colors, different image source, but it should have been able to do it, right? So then I added this no nudity thing, and it still constantly spat out nudity, sexuality, erotic content. This is a fully clothed character, and I'm asking for a bikini, which has worked for me several times before. Even putting no nudity, it still hit that guardrail. So I tried, let's give it one that's already in a bikini. This is an image that GPT gave me in a bikini, plus this character. And I said, combine these two. Wait, make one new character. I did try saying combine these two, and you know what it did? It gave me an image of these two standing next to each other. So don't say just combine these two. Make one new character by combining these two as references. So I asked it for that, and again, it hit nudity, and I can't figure out why. If I'm giving it the bikini to wear and an image reference of a character, why can't you make the character wear the damn thing? It kept spitting out nudity. Okay, well, fine. I thought maybe if it's because of the order. I showed this picture first, then this one. How about if I flip those two? Didn't work. Still hit the guardrails. Okay. What if I give it a different image? Because this girl is wearing a thong. They're the ones that rendered it and gave it to me. GPT gave me this image, so I assumed it was okay to use. Let's try giving it a different image as a source. This one's got long hair that covers her butt. And then the exact same prompt, and it worked. It gave me this. And this, I saw this and I about died. This is so beautiful. So here she is. So I'm looking at that and I'm like, oh my fuck, you did that. So let's try another one. And I tried the same thing. I went back to the character with the G-string one because I like this suit and I like the body type. And then I tried a different model, and we hit that one. That one actually worked. We did not get the nudity thing, and I think the key here was right here is where I added create a character sheet, designing a new video game character. This right here, like I said, switched it from this type of an image plus a whole bunch of guardrail violation, right? A whole bunch of those. One of these for every like 10 of these. Super inefficient. You're constantly hitting render and waiting 2 minutes for it to spit out. Couldn't do it. We went from that, added in this. Create a character sheet, designing one new video game character. This is what set it apart. This caused it to spit out an actual character sheet. In a bikini, mind you, that's totally appropriate. No nudity. It has this name, all this beautiful text, colors, describes everything. It's just awesome. This is what I want. So this prompt right here was gold. This is your golden fucking magical thing. Okay? So let's try it again. Let's keep that and go back to the G string. Why not, right? Huh, look it worked. It took it and gave me a perfectly appropriate character. But I look at this one and go, why is this one in a swimsuit and this one in a full outfit? And I decided, I want both. Let's give everybody daily wear and a swimsuit. So I went to try again, and I tried, you know what, let's go back to trying a different prompt to get, because this was not a swimsuit, and I wanted to make it a swimsuit. So I tried changing the prompt completely. Dress this character in a tasteful dragon scale bikini, appropriate for an adult video game. And guess what? Sexuality, nudity, erotic content. I took out the character sheet prompt and I hit that guardrail again. So This is where I gave it my 9 image prompts. The bikini one, daily wear, dragon. Daily wear, bikini, dragon. Daily wear, bikini, dragon. And yes, I can click the individuals. Cool. Daily, bikini, and dragon, right? For all 3 different characters. Daily, bikini, dragon. I'll show you all of them. Why not? Bikini, daily, dragon. And yeah, I didn't do them in the exact same order each time. And I wanted to ask, like, I've given you 9 images. They represent 3 characters: a human in daily wear, a human in swimwear, and the dragon the human can morph into. Can you tell what goes with what? I put that in quotes. What goes with what? And it said yes. It matched it up. It gave me its output. Okay, now that you know how to do that, I'm looking for 3 images back representing a woman in her daily wear, swimwear, dragon, blah, 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 1969 ratio, blah, blah, blah. And now, of course, I didn't ask for the images right now. I said, do you understand the task and are you capable of doing it? And it said, here's its answer. Yes, this is what you want. It's important that you ask your AI, do you understand what I'm asking you, before you say, do the work. That way you could be on the same page before it does the work. Save yourself some re-edits. So then I said, all right, since you do understand what I'm telling you, you're going to use these 9 images as reference, along with a little bit of direction. The only direction I gave it, design a new character, give her blonde hair with pink streaks, and otherwise do your thing. She doesn't look like the originals, is what I said here, is you're going to design a brand new character that doesn't look like these 3. Different colors, different job, different dragon look, but she looks like it would go in the same video game as these characters. Same art style, black background. And this is what it gave me. A brand new character with a swimsuit version and a dragon. Then I said, can you do the exact same thing? Different colors. Vary the hair, color, style, outfit, etc. And it gave me this one instead. These are ones I've already shown you. I didn't show the bikini version of her before, but there you go. This is where I gave it my JSON file, which has hairstyle block, and inside of the hairstyle block, messy bun, hair worn in a messy bun, hairstyle, description, hairstyle, description. And I have a whole bunch of them. I also have outfits and their description. And they accept variables, color major, color minor. And very down here is the dragon scales, types, and description. Now, I gave her this file with all those options and said this file has a collection of hairstyles, outfits, and dragon skill types. Oops, it's supposed to say scale. Speech to text autocorrect. The only thing it doesn't have is colors, and the colors are meant to be each character has a main color, primary, and a secondary. Their favorite and second favorite. And then they also have like trim color occasionally, blah, blah, blah. Told it how to use the file to mix it up. Told it that there's variables for colors that we can pass it. And then asked if it would want to give it a shot. Can you take the original 9 images from up here as your image reference, add in this JSON file with options, and mix it up? Pick one of each, sometimes 2 that can layer together, etc. And this is what it came up with. It used my image references and a file to give me this. It designed the outfit based on the selections from that file. It designed the colors, the hairstyle, the look of the dragon, all came from the image references together with the JSON file, and it just built it for me. And now I could say, hey, I like this. You did, and this is where I found out that it's putting 3 images in one, and so I started asking for that. And I asked it to do another one, so it spit out this one. I'm like, oh, yes, this is it. You got it. Do another. Yes, you got it. You're doing so good. Can you do a batch and zip? That's where I hit guardrail again for some reason. Not sure. And I noticed that when I asked it for a batch of them, it was trying to. But the very first one hit that guardrail and caused the rest of them to fail because it got stuck on the first one. So that's where I said, hey, just try one again. And it gave me another one. This time it gave it to me with the character description. And that's what really got my attention, like I said. So I'm like, I'm just going to leave it alone and say, hey, try one with black major, purple minor, hints of neon blue, and it spit out this. I'm like, holy fuck, this is great. Another Aurora Borealis colors. Give me this. Oh my god, that's pretty as hell. Then that's where I noticed it was straying in the body type like I talked about. And I gave it this, the original swimsuit back, and told it this is a minor correction. I love the render. The body shape is steering just a little bit away from here. So it's a minor correction, minor refresher of body type. A refresher. See how I said like minor and refresher, like repeatedly. Otherwise, keep doing what you're doing. Don't put this whole constellation of stars as a layer over the top of the dragons. You can notice like how like all this sparkly kind of, it looks too much. There's too much sparkly going on here. And that's because it looks like they're putting whole constellation layers on top. Stop doing that and steer back to the correct body shape. And try again. And ba-bam! Nailed it. And I told it, color scheme is sunrise. Now I said make her sister. Color scheme is sunset. So sunrise and sunset do look pretty much the same in color schemes. I don't think it realizes that sunset is like dark to bright versus bright to dark. I don't know. Sunset usually has darker themed colors, but still has that bright vibrancy. Anyway, I could have corrected, but I kept going and said, okay, now make one themed as the moon goddess. Lunar colors include a little bit of a vibrant glow. I don't know, blue purplish? Yeah, go with that. But bam! Bam! Nailed it! Look at the Moonveil princess. Selena Moonveil.
Oh, so pretty. She's so pretty, right? So pretty.
Now, I said, oh my god, amazing. Now do one as themed as the Snow Queen, and I specified Ice Crown. I wanted her to have an ice crown. Bam! Ice Crown Snow Queen. Holy fuck. The shape, the style, the hair, the dragon, it's all there. I wanted Woodland Fairy, and I wanted like the fairy wings. I didn't specify that, I just tried to keep it really broad and let her be creative with it. Bam! Nailed it. Of course she needs a queen to you know, praise and worship. I wanted the queen version. I wasn't specific enough. I got this. It said I need her queen, and it translated that to queen version of the same character, and it actually even has the same name, Thalia. So it made a queen version. Not what I wanted. I actually wanted a separate character that was Thalia's queen, but I didn't specify that, and that's what it gave me, and I decided, yeah, I'll take it and keep going. Give me one that lives in the ocean. And it gave me, what did it do? I don't remember what happened there. I think it might have hit that guardrail again. So I stopped and gave it a refresher. And what I gave it this time was the actual character sheet. And I picked my favorite ones out of what it's been giving me. Instead of going back to my original 9 images, I showed it these 3 images. Because technically these 3 are 9. But I did go back to one of my originals, sort of, right? So those are the 3 I shared, and I gave it that JSON file back, and I told it, refresher, image references, and don't forget your options, because I felt like it was starting to like just reuse its own prompt too much, These are all starting, like the characters, the hair, the even like the little claws on the dragon, tip of the wing is starting to get reused too much. So if it's drifting or reusing its own reference images too much, give it something with some variety as a refresher and say, this is only a refresher. Keep doing what you're doing, but refresh with this as your context. And it gave me a new one. Look at that. And we got back to, yes, amazingness. And then I said, try a volcano theme. Bam! We're back onto amazingness. That refresher is important. Now lightning. Yes, lightning. Bam! Nailed it. Now try one. Anything you want. Come up with something cool. Oh! And that's where we stopped last night. So, what do you think we should do now? Oh, and it's back on. Fucking microphone. Sorry about that. Great during the recording, right? Okay, so now we're at the end of this whole tutorial video thing. It's not, I guess, not really a tutorial. I guess it is. There's really good and useful information. It's mostly just my process. Now, since this was my last render last night, and I haven't accessed ChatGPT since then, last night was this morning for me, whatever. It's been 12 hours or so. So it's probably lost all of its context. What do? I could continue right here in this conversation, would probably be the best way to just continue the conversation, but refresh it. Or you could start a whole new conversation now that you have the flow down. You just want to give it good, I want to do this right here. Give it 3 reference images, my favorite 3 character sheets that I've been given so far, but make sure they got good variety, that you're not, the AI isn't going to look at it and go, these are all the same, so I'm going to make them the same. Give it something with variety, and that shows like these are possibilities. Don't directly copy every one of these, right? Lots of variety between your 3 references. Make sure they have what you want them to show, right? It's got my this is what I want the character sheet to look like. The daily wear, the swimwear, the dragon form, the description, the pretty, like, it's beautiful. This is perfect. So I'm just going to show it 3 different versions of those and my JSON file again. This is my refresher. This is my context. This is what I'm going to feed it to say, let's make some more. Want to try? Let's make one right now. So now that I've explained the whole process and how I got to where I'm at currently, should we do a side-by-side test? Aurora's going to do a side-by-side test. What I mean is, this one I'm going to just give it a refresher and continue forward. So I could just say, look at your last 3, or I could specifically give it some, which is what I'm going to do, specific. That will make sure that it's a true side-by-side. And the side-by-side competition is, I'm going to start a new conversation with ChatGPT and give it the exact same context and see if it spits out comparable character sheets. Let's see what happens. If it does, and it should, because if it does, that proves that everything I've said is absolutely accurate, and you guys can take that, and I don't know. Hopefully it helps, right? I hope it helps. All right, references, they should be down here. I want to give it this one. Love this one. I'm going to give it 2 more. I need to see these a little bigger because I'm kind of half blind here. My eyes don't work so great. I really like her, but it's not the right character sheet. I need the 3-in-1. That's how I want these to keep going from now on. Those are good. This one's awesome. This one. And to make sure I don't get too close in color schemes, and to make sure I'm not getting too close in dragon styles, make sure we get a nice good variety there as well. like this, this. Thinking one of the flame ones though might be good to use. Show it. Well, I don't know. Maybe this one. It's got the clockwork and it doesn't have the full character sheet. This one. I'll do one of these bright, like either her or her sister. That one. So 3 reference images, and then I'll give it that JSON file that I made. There we go. And I'm going to go up to the one prompt that I used to get this going. Let's see. The original direction. This is where I said, if you accidentally render me something that's blocked by sexual content, I don't want to see it. Stop and try again. And it does, if you tell it that. Like, if you want to see it, too bad, they won't let you. So here. Is this it? No, character sheet. The spot where I got to character sheet. Character sheet. Here. Where did I do that? Oh, it's up here, isn't it? This one. This one. Let me just hit copy. All right. I gave it the 3 image references I want, my JSON file, some directions. Create a character sheet, designing 1 new video game character. Now I'm not combining reference images into a new design. Designing 1 new video game character. Period. She needs daily wear. What does this say? Swimwear? Yep. Swimwear and dragon form. Use the reference images for layout, page layout, and art style. Draw on solid black background. It doesn't know pixel sizes, but you can do the 9:16 aspect ratio. This doesn't matter either. Not really. Keep it there. It doesn't hurt anything, but you're going to get it whether you ask for it or not, really. Because you're using image, because I'm using image 2, GPT image 2. So there's the character sheet. New video game character, daily wear, swimwear, dragon form, using my 3 reference images, page layout, art style. The included JSON file has 3 categories of options for additional prompts to randomize the generation of the character. The categories are hairstyle, outfit, and dragon scale type. You'll have to provide a primary and a secondary color, a favorite, second favorite, whatever you want to call it. But use this JSON file to make one selection from each category. And optionally, you may make a second selection to layer the prompts together to give a new look. It's up to you. Let's see, hold on. Now I gotta see, it puts this in the wrong spot. That goes here. Why? Because, okay, this is what I want it to do. This is more like additional information and how to get there. And then make sure that it's drawn on the solid black background in this aspect ratio goes last. Because you want it, there's a flow, right? Make this character. This is how, and put it on this background. So it doesn't get confused and it knows like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. You think logically through it. You could say start with a solid black background. You could start with that. It doesn't matter. But it has to make sense at some point. People have a logical flow of information. This is how I do it. There you go. 3 images, JSON file with a bunch of options. Create a character sheet designing one new video game character. She needs daily wear, swimwear, a dragon form. Use the reference images for page layout and art style. Included, I mean, it would read past that, but is a JSON file that has 3 category options for additional prompts to randomize the generation of the character. The categories are hairstyle, outfit, and dragon skill type. You'll have to provide a primary and secondary color. And I could just delete this. Use this JSON file to make one selection from each category, and optionally you may make a second selection to layer the prompts together to give a new look. It's up to you. Now, that's all the directions. However, I don't want it to start right now. I want to make sure it understands me first. You're talking to AI. You always do this. I don't need the image yet. I need you to tell me that you understand the task and explain to me what the task is in as few words as possible. That's what you do. It's going to start generating the image, but it'll stop and it'll go, oh, the user didn't actually ask for an image. That's because I have pro thinking on. I don't know if the lower thinking models do that. They might just spit out a file. I don't know. Experiment with it. Play around. This is not a like explain every last aspect type of video. It's just how I got my characters. So now it says it understands the task, right? Make one new video game character, 3 forms, blah, blah, blah. Match the layout, blah, blah. Use the JSON file. Yes, you understand it. You understand it. Put everything on this. It gets it, right? Now I can talk to it like a person. What do we want to make? Like, we need somebody that has a job, right? Ooh, I know. Create a character that has the job of holograph engineer. Pick any colors you want. And that's it. Now we wait. Hang tight, your image is coming.
Oh my God.
How long does it take? Well, 1 minute, 2, I don't know. But that's all there is to it. And I promise you, oh my God, please don't prove me wrong. We're about to get a character sheet back just like the other ones, and it's going to look fantastic.
Phantasmicals. So good, Zaraz.
So what do you do while you wait?
You talk to your hands. We gotta talk to hands. Okay.
And now we can watch it think too. It's thinking right here, and we're watching it. And because I did this in the same conversation, it's actually going back through the conversation and going, I need to create a unique character. It's not giving me one that it's already created. I saw that it was thinking here, and that might be because I have it in Pro, but it said that. It's like, well, I just saw in its thoughts, it referenced Snow Queen, oh no, Aurelia, and I did not say that in this refresh. Cool. So it's going back, it's going to give me something that unique that it hasn't given me before. And that is why you want to continue the conversation rather than start a new one. But that brings up the side by side. We give this exact to a brand new one in ChatGPT. And thus we have a side by side competition. Okay. There's that, and then copy, paste, send. That's to make sure it understands, and we should get this same answer back. Now let's take a look at the image. It's checking nearby entries. It's making sure, this is great. It's working on it. This one is reading my document. Finalizing answer. So we've got two. Let's put them side by side.
Okay.
Make it an actual side by side?
Sure.
Okay, that one is ready for the this exact same prompt I'm going to give it. Paste. There you go. Let's see what happens. Side by side. This one has conversational context. This one does not. It's the only difference. They got the exact same reference images and the exact same prompt, and they're the exact same brain, and they're using the exact same image rendering brain as well. So let's see what happens. Now we got to wait for it though. They're both reading that JSON file I gave it. Now, if I had formatted that file so it literally was like, here's the name of the outfit and here's the description, and that's the only text in the document, they would be able to do this faster. It's in a JSON file with a bunch of brackets and a bunch of values because that was a file I exported from my tool. So I guess I could just create a different export that puts it into simpler text that would make it faster to read. But I don't need to because the file is only like 180 kilobytes and GPT is capable of reading it. It would be faster and easier for more AI brains to be able to read it had I gave it a different export. But the export that I have was designed to be re-imported into my engine. I didn't intend to do it this way. I just discovered this method yesterday because I upgraded my Codex account to Pro, and it said I get unlimited renders. And like, oh, I got to try that. And in order to get your unlimited renders, I believe you have to use chatgpt.com in the web browser or the Codex desktop app, which I haven't tried yet. And depending, like, so here in conversation, it's definitely free. and it definitely limits the image resolution you get back. 1536 by 1024. It doesn't go any bigger. I've tried to force it and it won't give me a bigger image. With my API key, I'm able to get a 4K image, but I'm paying for it. So this is really great for iterating through multiple different design concepts, and yeah, concept art. Awesome for concept art. And it spits out like a file that is detailed enough and beautiful enough to actually be game art. This is good enough to be a comic book page, I think. Absolutely. I would approve. Now, where's the image? I don't know why it's taking so long. Maybe because I'm rendering too. I haven't done a side by side like this before. Not in ChatGPT. They're making different characters though. This one says, I'm thinking an outfit blending kinetic tinker jumpsuit and noble suitor courtier could work with a holographic robe for the holograph engineer. The style needs a balance between elegance and technology. This one, I'm choosing primary prism teal and secondary colors like magenta violet or neon teal with maybe iridescent orchid. Maybe accents in gold with subtle silver. For the theme name, perhaps Lysara. Did I do a Lysara? Didn't we do a Lysara? Oh, that one's done. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Elira. I don't have an Elira Prism Forge, but do I have a Lysara? That's interesting if I do. Thalia, Isilara, Selenia, Liravia, Aurelia, Lysandra. Did she say Lysandra? Lysara. Wow, it is different. It was thinking Lysara Prism Forge, and this one named a Lysandra a long time ago, yesterday. And they have very similar features, but they're not the same. They're definitely different. This is a new character. So that worked. It gave me a brand new character sheet. It's beautiful. And I'm going to download that now. You know, I want to see it full size. We'll get there. I'll show it to you full size. We'll get there. Now let's look at the other one. It should be done. Oh my God, they got confused. So that's what happened. We got Elira Prism Forge and Lysandra Prism Forge. Look at what it did. What the shit? This said Lysara Prism Forge, and this one made a Lysandra. This one said Lysara, but it made an Elira. What did this one say? Did it mention a name anywhere? I don't think it did. Nope. It didn't even mention a name. That's so weird. They are different characters. They look very similar. They're very different and very similar. Wow. This one's got bigger boobs. Just saying.
Just saying, I noticed.
They are very different yet very similar. So there you go. It works. And you want to see something new? Okay. Let's constrain it. I'll make one more for you. And then I'll show you the full screen images and we'll wrap this up. So I'm going to keep this one open because I like that it has context. I will close this one. But I'm going to have the other one make another. I'll make this one make another. And this time we'll give it some constraints. We'll actually like tell it what we want. This one here, I just said, holograph engineer, do what you want. This time I'm going to give it something more specific. What should we give it? Create a character that has the job of a clockwork repair technician. Colors themed to,
I don't know. What should we theme it to?
Pinewood Sakura. Oh, I know. Major, major color. We'll do it that way instead of colors themed to. Now I'll leave that. The colors themed to major color Pinewood Sakura and minor color. Oh, Pinewood. My bad. Minor color is Sakura. So we've got a clockwork repair technician, colors themed to major color Pinewood and minor color Sakura. Beautiful. Let's send that. Something else that is actually sort of lacking is my overall art style of like the city where these characters live. I never even put that in any of my prompts. It's kind of built into some of the outfits, but otherwise it doesn't really know about that. And I kind of have that saved on a website I don't use anymore, but I'm going to go there anyway because I have to at the moment to get this prompt. Meshy.ai I do not use anymore. It was a great learning process. I just don't need it. So let's go to assets, image, page 2. See if that's what I'm looking for. Arc. It's not going to be right. I need to see 100 on page 2. Still waiting for that render, and I'm going to grab this prompt. Give you something pretty to look at while we wait. I did promise a full screen image, didn't I? Let's see, are you able to see that? Hold on. There you go. This is Lysandra that we just created. Gave it a nice big image for ya. Holograph engineer, prism artificer, hard light architect. Lysandra sees the world as code, light, and possibility. She architects illusions into reality, constructing tools, weapons, and wonders from pure hard light. To her, every projection is a puzzle, every puzzle a masterpiece. It's got her color palette: spectral teal, vivid magenta, silver white, soft gold, hollow iris. Oh, I like that. Role and abilities, like, wow, I didn't ask for any of that. Beautiful dragon, though. Isn't that cool? It's all crap. It's like a holographic outfit. So beautiful. So, this is a character in my game. I hope you guys get to play it with me. Now we'll scroll all the way down to the bottom here. Here's our brand new character we just made. I'll go, oh no. That was wrong. Sorry. Got to reload that page, but I'm going to go full screen on this one for you. Okay. This is Arissa, Clockworks. The clockwork repair technician, gear whisperer, tempest engineer. a little less busty, which is good. I need a little variety, you know, in their breast sizes. They're not all freaking the exact same. That's good. She's got the pretty curves. She's got the detail, the flowers, the clockwork. I love this. What a beautiful dragon. It has a companion. Cute. A little companion. Clockwork companion. So there you go. That's how I do it. Now, last thing, last but not least was, last but not least, right? What was last? What were we gonna do? I need this other image render prompt for my art style. Where's my city? Here. I'm going to do this one, I think. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So I pulled this prompt out of a previous render from a different web page, and it has a couple things in it. If I could find it, that's not it. Well, what I was trying to add was my master prompt. I don't want to go digging through it while I'm recording, but it's Clockwood Hollow Punk is like my art style. That's the title for my art style, Clockwood Hollow Punk. Not clockwork, clockwood, because all of the clockwork is made out of wood. It is perfectly kinetically balanced. Let's describe this. My world is made of clockwood hollow punk is as a theme. Clockwood, not clockwork, because the clockwork is all made from wood, pine wood to be precise, that is absolutely perfectly engineered so that it can accomplish feats of technology that humans would not be capable of accomplishing through kinetic cogs made of wood. And dragon souls are one with music, so music is very important. We have music notes made from sakura flowers and pink diamonds and hearts and stuff like that. There's glowy staff lines floating around in the world, and the interesting like clockwork aspect is contrasted sharply by holographic panels, neon lights, and future technology that was built from the clockwork technology. So that's kind of like the world that these dragons and characters live in. And given that, what kind of a job do you think would be cool for a character to have in my world? And use that to design another character concept. Show me now. And now we just took a serious deep dive into vibe code version and see what happens. And this is our final render. And we'll wrap up this video with that. ChatGPT is how I'm doing this. Comfy UI works great. Building your own works great. API keys work great. There's all kinds of ways to render images. You could just talk to Gemini if you want. Hey, Google, render me an image of a video game character of a female. I need a video game character, female, adult anime, clockwood, hollow punk, and I need a daily wear a swimwear, and a dragon form, because humans can turn into dragons in my game. I need the full character sheet with the character's name, description, job, color, favorite color palette. That's what I mean, color palette. What do you got? Show me something. High quality, dude. Best you can give me.
Let's design a character for your game. I'm creating an image of your clockwork hollow-punk character in her daily wear right now. Her name is Alara, a master gear scribe whose job is to maintain the city's intricate clockwork systems. Her color palette is a mix of polished brass, rich gunmetal, deep obsidian, and glowing copper accents.
Show me.
There she is in her daily gear, looking ready for anything in the workshop.
And it works, but each image render engine does it different. And this is what Gemini gave me. Full scene. Very anime. And you can fix that by, having it do edits. I need to see the character standing in a daily wear outfit. I need to see her in a swimwear outfit, and I need to see her dragon form. The dragon form goes across the bottom of the page. The two outfits go on the top of the page, and it needs to have her name and description all rendered on a black background. Okay, here it comes. Last side by side. Come on, render the image so we can get this video done.
Here's the image.
This is why I don't use Gemini and Nano Bano. That's what it gave me. Looks super. Look at how generic that dragon looks. It's dumb. Now look at what GPT just gave me. Let me share that full size with you. Is that this one? There you go. Beautiful. Got some different hair color in there. We went with pink and green, it looks like. Pinewood jade, cedar brown, sakura pink. Pinewood jade, I like that. Hologram cyan, soft magenta, pale gold, crystal white. Look how beautiful she is. That outfit, oh my God, that's so cool. She's holding this hologram panel. I love it. Music notes. Ah, oh, God. She fits my game so perfectly. Look at that dragon. Oh, it's got two tails. That's weird. And I like it. Very cool. That's how that works, folks. Enjoy the show. Come and check out my stream where I develop this game live all the time. It's twitch.tv/AuroraAngel79. Thank you guys for watching.